Greetings once again, Highlander fans. It's now time to take a look at the 2012 men's and women's track season. We're joined today by Coach Rika Bush, who's in charge of the throwers for the Highlanders track team. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today.
No, thank you.
Well, now last year was a fairly successful season for the Highlanders throwers, and we want to take a quick look back at 2011 before we go to 2012. Let's take a look back at the women's team, and let's take a look back at what you said last year about the women's team prior to the season.
On the ladies' side, well, let's just put it this way. I want podium, podium, podium. Well, I predicted that we'd have podium, 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 and fortunately for me, my prediction came true. And the women's hammer wasn't exactly what I expected, but it still went very well. We had Megan McFarland take first, Ashley Gatewood take second, and Nikki James take third due to some weird things that happened, but I was really, really pleased with it. We also had Nikki James take first in the discus, and Brittany Daniels take fourth. We thought Brittany would fare a little better, but unfortunately she had some hiccups. And finally we had Ashley Gatewood also take the women's javelin. So it was all around a very good meet for us.
Well, as Coach Ray is fond of saying, it's all about the day of the meet.
That's
and
right.
How you perform. You've been a coach here for years.
14 years.
I wasn't going to say that, but since you did, 14 years. How did that squad on the women's side rank amongst all the squads you've had here at UC Riverside?
Well, when I got here, I had the fortune to build the squad. I didn't really have much to work with. When I came in, I came with a serious attitude, with a serious, I come from a background of track where, I was national champion, so I thought that's what I want to build. I want to build kids who want to be there for that, not people who want to have this as their, recreational sport. So when I got here, I started recruiting in that avenue. However, when I did that, it was a slow building process. I was lucky enough to have people like Sarita Waller, who holds our mini records here, or at least she did until last year, and Evangela Dixon, who still holds our shot record, come forth and come and perform for me, as well as Melissa Janosowski. So we've progressively over the years gotten a lot better, and I gotta say this year's team is awesome, and we expect good things from them again.
All right. We'll get to this year's team in 1 second, but real quick, who did we lose from last year's team to graduation?
Well, we lost last year Brittany Daniels, who graduated this fall, and Megan McFarland, who graduated last summer. They both are, matter of fact, one is coaching up north and one is down in Panama enjoying herself, but she's still throwing. So those were some of our heavy hitters, but fortunately for us, we have some girls to step up and take their places.
Well, who's back from 2012 that we can expect to do wonderful things?
We have our champion in the javelin, Ashley Gatewood, and our champion and our second place finisher in the hammer, and our first in the discus, and our third place finisher in the hammer, Nikki James.
And who joins them this season?
We had the top recruit in the state, Deja Watkins. I was fortunate enough to have her father meet me in the big lots, and she came right on over, and she has been she's going to do great things, and when I say great things, I mean great things. So I'm really looking forward to this year.
Well, now, are you looking forward to it enough to predict podium, podium, podium again?
I got to be a little more humble this year. So I would like to say podium, 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 but let's just say I will have some podium this year.
All right, let's turn over to the men's side. Once again, let's look back at 2011. How did things play out as compared to how you thought they would play out?
Well, because we were redshirting Travis, I knew that we would not be as strong in the men's shot. Matter of fact, we were kind of vacant in the men's shot. We had basically some freshmen try to hold us up, but it's hard. That's one of those events where it takes time and strength, and you build over time. So we didn't really score any points in the men's shot, and in the men's discus, we didn't fare much better. We did a little bit better. He was third last year in the Big West Conference, and I knew that he was going to be up against some strong competition because he had some returners that were really, really dominant.
So Travis, top recruit for this year in some sense of the word.
Well, Travis coming back after redshirting, we redshirted him just to give him a little more strength, a little more time to develop. He threw really well last year as a redshirt. He threw 59 feet, which is, he would have broke the school record had he been throwing for us. So we're really excited because I know the first meet out he's probably going to come and break the school record, and I know he's looking forward to that. So he's looking great actually in the discus also. So coming back, I predict that he will be I do predict first place podium for him in the shot, and I predict a podium spot for him in the discus also.
Who are some of the other newcomers on the men's side joining Caleb and Travis?
Well, we have a lot of walk-ons this year. We have Ahmed. I have no idea how to say his last name.
Sorry, why don't we go ask him?
Yes.
The English way or the Arabic way?
Arabic way.
Abdul Rahman.
He is going to be, I think, pretty good in the shot and with given time, and in the discus and the hammer. So even though he's a walk-on, I think he has a good build, and I think he's going to surprise us a little bit, sort of like Joe Raffini did last year. So. We also have Terry Chang and Chima is already doing well. He's already thrown 140 in our first blue and gold meet, and it's really hard to transfer what you do in high school to what you do in college, because the implements are heavier, and he's done it well because he only threw like 150 in high school. He's already thrown 142 for us.
All right, you've already come close to predicting podium on the women's side for the Highlanders, even though you didn't. We know you wanted to. What other teams in the Big West can we expect to contend for the various podium spots?
Well, unfortunately, same teams as last year. Long Beach and Santa Barbara are going to be fighting us. Long Beach has a strong men's throwing side, and they're going to give Travis a little bit of trouble in the shot. And on the women's side, Santa Barbara always comes strong in all of the throwing events. So I truly think it's going to be a dogfight between those two.
You've laid out some of your individual predictions as far as conference competition goes. How many of our athletes might have a chance of moving on to the next level to NCAAs?
Well, this year, I believe on the women's side, we're going to have Ashley and Nikki both compete on the first level. Getting to the second level will be more difficult, but they both have a good shot at it. On the men's side, of course, Travis and Caleb. And they both have, I think, where they sit now, probably a better chance of going on to the second round. The women's competition in the discus is really steep, so Nikki's going to have a dogfight and have one of her really good days up at Nationals in order to move on. Ashley Gatewood, same thing. Hammer is just tough. So, but on a good day, anything can happen. We found out that last year. Travis, with all predictions, with what I saw last year, would have moved on. So he's a definite round two. And Caleb, if he has a great day, as far as where he started right now, I can see him going on to finals. So Oregon, here we come.
Well, I'm going to pull back here a little bit. Nice slow pan. They teach you this in film school.
I know, I took it.
we are coming to you from a very different location than we were last year. We're coming to you from one of the brand new track facilities that was built. We've got the main facility and then this practice area for your throwers. What can you tell us about this practice area and what it's meant to the team so far to be able to practice down here?
Well, it makes things a lot easier for me. I mean, it's been a joy to actually have a place where not only can we do drills, but we can throw, and we don't have people walking through, and I don't have to say track or watch out, and it's nice. It's right down below, so it feels like, it's home.
And final question for you, as I was walking up a few minutes ago to shoot this, and you were coaching, so probably not paying attention. Some of you guys were involved in a bit of a hip-hop dance battle over here.
Okay.
Who amongst the men's team is the best dancer?
No idea. But I'm going to go with Chima.
Chima. Okay, well, he seemed to be the one leading the pack. So
okay, I'm going to go with Chima.
Well, we'll check back with you at the end of the season to see which one of them is on Dancing with the Stars. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Were they really doing that?